Hi everyone, I'm Refashioned Hippie, and this is Bones, whom I have no control over. He's not allowed in the studio, but no one listens. So he's going to be joining me today. And as you can probably hear and see, I am super sick, but I still wanted to put out a video for you guys. So I wanted to share with you one of my absolute favorite places in the world, both as a reseller, as somewhere to go sourcing, and just like as a person that is absolutely fascinating. So I'm going to show you some stuff from Auction Time Babe Board. The drive there is interesting because you see scenes like this: old businesses, old houses, and people who have been living there for generations. But new people are there too. We know we're halfway when we start seeing these, and this woman in a go-go cage who gets dressed up differently for every different season. She's literally my halfway mark, and I had to stop and record her for you guys. Because yeah, that's a thing. This is essentially Main Street. And you would have no idea from the drive there that there are real treasures inside this place. It is incredibly unassuming. This is the turnoff to get to the auction. There's no signs. There's never a big line of cars or anything. You just go around this little curve, take the left turn ahead, and look for the one single sign that they have in front of the building. And that's how you know that you're there. And there it is. That's the outside. We were one of the first people to get there, but the only day it's ever really busy is the actual day of the auction. But this entire building is going to be absolutely filled with people's stuff. All right, so we're almost there, and my goal is to spend nothing. My goal is to not bid on anything. I'm partly telling you guys this for accountability. We'll see what happens, because my husband is over there not believing me. Not one word of it. Yep, nope, okay. We'll see how this goes. Oh, and if I didn't mention it, they are dog friendly, which is very important. Tank's perception of this place is just that there's a bunch of weird stuff and people who pet her. And this is what the inside looks like. Every month, people bring in their own items, and these shelves get filled. It is a gigantic warehouse, and you can come back every single day and see new pieces. Here's the jewelry counters. We will get back to those later because that is my main spot. There's always a bunch of furniture, as you can see, coins, watches. I mean, really, if you can think of it, there's going to be some in here. I guarantee it. It's also important for you to know that we were here at the beginning of the month, so there may be a quarter full, but that's it. When I tell you that this place gets packed, I absolutely mean it. And some of my favorite items have come from this store. So I want to show you the type of thing that you can find inside. And I thought the best way to start is with this bizarre vintage pig next to this handcrafted statue, because I think it's a perfect example of exactly what you'll find if you head inside there. There's always vintage stuff like this fan, and it's amazing because it really is like a garage sale. You never know what's going to be there, but there is always treasure. If I can find it, I'll put it up. But there was once a 4-foot tall clown lamp that I watched a John Wayne Gacy documentary, and he literally had the same lamp. And it was very distressing. Like I almost went back to bid on it, just but I can't bring that into my home. I can't do it. But like this vintage phone, very, very cool. If I understood anything about vintage, I would probably pick up more, but I don't. And then there's just sort of like this weird stuff. So this octopus with shells on it, just kind of cool. This is a vintage kangaroo that it was so distressing to me. I don't know why the eyes, yes, thank you. You help. I don't know why the eyes freak me out so much, but they do. There's always collections of this because like when you bring stuff there, you have to label your own items. And some people are just like, I'm not going to label each individual thing. So there are collections that you can get. There's so many filing cabinets. Every time we go, there's filing cabinets. Like I think that filing cabinets are like candy corn. I don't think that people actually are still producing them. I just think that they simply exist. They're dispersed as they are, collected, maybe repainted like candy corn, and then given out again. Like, and if you're going to a store to buy a filing cabinet, the world is flush with them. The world is flush with them. They last forever. It's like Indiana Jones when he got into that refrigerator to survive the nuclear blast. Yes, thank you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sick. Oh, and then the milk glass. There's always collections of stuff like this. One time there was a huge collection of uranium glass, just really, really cool. Another stuff like this, there's always bizarre parts. I had to take this picture. I hope you understand. But there were 2 sets of heads. And then this bedroom set that sold for $400, only $400. Because again, you have to be there at the right time to bid, you know? So it was this big chest and little chest next to it. And then the full bed frame right there. And then there was a mirror with it as well that I'm sorry I didn't get a photograph, I guess. It's located in Pennsylvania, so there's always an assortment of weapons. There's some bows here, which again, I don't know a ton about. My husband goes bow fishing, so he always looks, but yeah, tons of bows. There's always at least one piece of taxidermy. Always. And this one, like, I love raccoons. I feel that, I'm sorry, I know this term is offensive. I don't know a better one. It is my spirit animal. Because, like, I too am making a life from garbage. But just the eyes on this one. Ugh. And guns. So many guns. So many guns, you guys. So many guns. Oh, and then there's always jewelry like this. I am in love with the jewelry. That is the big thing that I would say I go shopping for personally. So the jewelry cabinet was only like a quarter full at the point where we went because pieces are added all the time. And I'll show you videos of the jewelry. I had to bid on some of this. And this is where I messed up.
All right, so I'm already thinking I'm going to break my promise because look at that lion. Look at that thing. Look at that lion. And then okay, hold on. I'm taking you guys over. I love that big crazy necklace, but I am crazy about that big crazy necklace.
Here's just some more examples of the jewelry that you can find there. I did bid on those 2 cats. And like I told you, these cases get absolutely filled. Every single square inch is going to get taken up by these things. And most of them will go for relatively inexpensive. Like this necklace up here, absolutely gorgeous, currently has 0 bids on it. Except for the bid that I put in after recording this. Because I had to. Oh, and there's little cameo pieces like this. So freaking adorable. So shiny. This necklace is a great example of why I go there. I took a quick picture, put it in a Google image search, and it told me that this will go for as much as $425 online.
Okay, so I have bid on about 15 things now, but like, can you blame me? Come on. A lot of it's jewelry and a lot of it's just for me, but we'll see. We'll see what we end up winning because I just sort of put down some bids to put down some bids and see what would happen. If I actually win them, that's when I have to come clean to my husband. So we'll see how this goes.
The furniture is always really interesting too, and it goes for relatively inexpensive. So I wanted to show you this one because I don't know anything about furniture, but I thought this one was just really cool. And then this was a hand-painted screen. I think they said it was from the 40s, which very, very cool. And this, it's not my taste, but again, if you were going to buy this in a retail store, a couple $100 easily. This place, it'll probably end up going for around $20 to $40. This was an actual icebox, an actual vintage icebox, which again, I have no use for, but like, I just absolutely love that there's a place where you can find pieces like this. And then this came from a church. And for anybody who doesn't know, I'm from Philadelphia originally, and Philadelphia has a very, very cool essentially just warehouse that's maintained by the Philadelphia Archdiocese. The Catholic churches that shut down, they took out a lot of the pieces. So there are life-size statues, there are pews, just every little thing that they took out of these churches, they ended up just putting in this warehouse, and they're for sale, and you can go. And it is fascinating. It is fascinating. I've never been inside. I really, really want to. One day, hopefully, I will be able to make that trip. But this just absolutely reminded me of that. And then I get all of my fur coats that I sell at the auction because I get them for between like $5 and $20, and I usually am able to sell them for around $200 depending on the quality. So great deal for me. So again, if you're there as a reseller, really good opportunity. And then there's just sort of cool vintage stuff like this. There used to be a brewery up in that area, so there's always old, coasters and mugs that have brands, some of them which are out of business now. And I love these from McDonald's. I took these for you guys because I thought they were kind of cool. And then this one, this got my heart because this is from my childhood. Which again, it's like, how am I not going to bid on that? Come on. So that is it. I guess that's my full overview. But if you have the ability, please stop in and see their stuff. They're really, really cool. I'm going to put the website down below. I think you can do proxy bids from online for certain items too. But I would also say check out if there's an auction house near you, because there really might be. They're getting more and more popular because they're very easy to run. The businesses just have to have a location, and then they keep something like between 10 and 20% of the sales price, but you can make some real money there. You can find things to sell for a lot of money, so check them out. Okay, and that's it. I will be back tomorrow, hopefully not sounding like this. Probably still with a cat, because again, I have no authority. Okay, bye guys.